at stage, Saxon is very renewed for how much you take care of your shows with special presentations. Do you think it's fundamental for you as a band to give this satisfaction to the audience? And is that a part of your identity as a band? How much care you give?
Yeah, I think we spend a lot of time. We don't do a lot of. We don't do a lot of. We don't do a lot of choreographed moves on stage. I mean, everything's pretty loose on stage. There's certain things we do to entertain the crowd, you know, but generally, everything's pretty loose on stage. We don't run any sound reinforcement. Everything you hear with Saxon is live. You know, we have a few synthesizer sounds there what Nibs plays on the bass pedals. But generally, everything is live, no click tracks or anything. So we just try to make the show as 100% energy as we possibly can. That is the secret, yeah. So every night is different. You know, sometimes audiences are different. Sometimes the band's energy is higher. So every show is different. So, but that's what's beautiful about live music.
Okay. Now, in these recent years, we have seen new bands like Slipknot, Parkway Drive, Bring Me the Horizon, rising up to the top of the headliners on festivals. Do you think that bands like that arriving to the headliners and having new sounds helps metal to still emerge and continue on alive?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, definitely I do. I mean, a lot of the newer bands like Kajira and things, you know, they've got a good fan following. People like their music. You know, they just have to keep it going and keep writing songs that people like. I mean, that's the secret. If you want to keep going for 45 years, you have to keep entertaining your fans and making it interesting for them. So yeah, I think bands that are, you know, have come up through the ranks and are now headlining, I think it's good. You know, not so long ago, Monomoth were a small band on the low down the bills when we used to play at festivals 10 years ago, and now they're pretty high on the bill. You know, so I think it's great.
Okay. Now I want to ask about your next tour that is coming in September to Spain, and for the 45th anniversary of Wheels of Steel, and you are playing the album in full. Beside these shows that you are going to do you plan on doing festivals this summer, particularly in Spain?
Yeah, I think we are going to be doing some festivals. I don't really know what festival we're doing yet. They're sort of coming in now, really, the festivals. We do have some festivals, obviously. But we'll have to wait and see what festival we're playing. We did a few festivals last year in Spain. So maybe we're not going to, I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. But
Okay.
yeah, we love playing Spain. It's a great place. And, you know, we have a good following in Spain. We've been going to Spain for many, many years. And I think, you know, the tour is really the Hellfire Damnation tour, but we're doing Wheels of Steel as well. So we call it the Hellfire and Steel tour, which is a mixture of both. So, you know, it's great.
Okay, now I want to ask about you personally. You've been in the band since 1976. During this period of time, have you ever thought of not continuing with the band or leaving at some point?
No,
Never.
no, no. It's the never surrender mentality that I have. You know, it's the working class mentality of backs to the wall, never surrender, stand up and be counted. You know, that's how I am. So no, I never really thought about stopping. No.
Okay, now there was a moment in the 90s where it was very tough for metal bands, like when grunge and other styles were coming out and metal seemed like it was going down, but you kept going and you released 5 albums in the 90s. How was that years for the band, the 90s?
Well, I think for all the bands, it was difficult. It was difficult to sell albums, I think, because people, you know, we did have a hardcore following who bought everything still, luckily. But I think live and things like that, I think it dropped down a bit because we were around a lot in the 80s, and then suddenly in the 90s, some other genre came through, and I think we survived quite well. We survived in Europe. Germany were pretty good tours, so we could still tour America and Europe and UK. And so I think we just waited, kept releasing great albums, waited until it all passed along, and then we came back strong.
Now we wanted to ask you about the retirement of Paul Quinn because it was something that people didn't know if he was in or he was out. How was it his departure, his definitive departure from the band?
What are you asking me? Sorry.
No, about Paul Quinn that
Yeah,
he
but what's
left,
the question?
that he retired, if I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken. How was it for you as a band, have a member leaving and this
Well,
process?
it's always sad. I mean, Paul wasn't sacked; he just retired really from playing metal music. He wanted to play blues music, which is a lot more, easier. There's no songwriting involved really. So he just wanted to have a quieter life really than touring very heavy. And I mean, technically, he's still in the band really. He sent me some ideas the other day for new songs. So he's still with us, He's just not touring anymore.
Okay,
Basically, that's it,
so he's still a member of the band, but he doesn't want to tour.
He doesn't want to tour. I don't really think he wants to be a member of the band, to tell you the truth, but we haven't sacked him, so he's just retired.
Okay.
It's different, really.
Because there was this situation where people didn't know if he was exactly in or out, and that's
Well, that's okay. It's
okay.
nice to have some mystery.
Well, after hear the interview, would you like to say something for your fans in Spain? Some message?
Yes, we're looking forward to coming, and yeah, we're bringing the Wheels of Steel album. We're bringing the Hellfire Damnation album as well. Bringing the Wheels of Steel album. It's going to be fantastic. I mean, it's a unique show. We're never going to do it again. So if people want to come see it, then they should buy their tickets and come see us because they're only going to get the complete Wheels of Steel once. So yeah, keep the faith, and we'll see everybody, in a few weeks.
Thank you very much. Now,
No problem.
my father wouldn't be happy with me if I didn't show you this that we have in our room. It's a photo with you from 25 years ago, and he wanted me to show you to see that we are
Okay,
big fans of your
that's your
music.
father, is it?
Yeah, he's here with me.
Good looking
Yeah.
man. Hey,
He's the one who showed me your music, and he wouldn't be happy if I didn't show you the photo.
brilliant. That's great. That's great.
Okay, and that's it.